Discord is officially going public. Further in shitification. Here we go. No shot Discord's going public. Chat platform Discord files confidentiality for US IPO. Oh my god, it's actually just so cooked. You're right. Why is it bad if they go public? It's just, they'll be beholden to shareholders. It's gonna be really bad. It always is. That's not going to go well for a platform like Discord, at least not from a user perspective. Might be good for them on their bottom line at some point, but users are going to get a worse product. Are we moving back to TeamSpeak? Now would be a really good time to make like an actual Discord alternative. I don't know when, let me read about this. When is this happening? Speculatively, when is it happening? Discord spokesperson told Bloomberg the company's focus remains on delivering the best possible experience for users and building a strong, sustainable business. We'll see. We'll see about that. Is this the time we all move back to Skype? Skype is fully shut down, man. I don't even think you could, even if you wanted to. Realistically, it's going to be a worse product, but people aren't leaving Discord. No matter how much it enshittifies, it's too baked in now to the mainstream. Ventrilo. Ooh, imagine Ventrilo revives. Remember when everyone threatened to boycott Netflix and then, like, nobody did? Welcome to every boycott ever since 2000. That's a really interesting question. Has there been a successful boycott since 2000? Let's see. History of successful boycotts. There's a Wikipedia. Oh, this isn't a Wikipedia page. These are all old. These are in the 90s. God damn it. Here we go. Okay, here's some recent examples according to this site. Let's take a peek. Sabra boycott. Sabra hummus was co-owned by Pepsi and Strauss. Strauss Group, Israel's second largest food company, criticized by the BDS movement for allegedly supporting Israeli defense forces. Palestinian rights advocates had called for an Abra boycott since 2011. What the hell is Abra? I don't know what Sabra is either. I've never heard of that hummus. In November 2024, following an intensified period of campaigning against the brand, it was announced that the Strauss Group was selling its stake in Sabra, leaving PepsiCo the sole owner. Appears to be a significant milestone / partial boycott campaign success. However, PepsiCo also owns SodaStream, which is subject to BDS boycott too. Worth noting that in the UK, Sabra was not owned by Sabra PepsiCo, but instead Osem, an Israeli company which is ultimately owned by Nestle. As Nestle faces several boycott calls, Sabra Hum is still featured on our list of active boycotts. That doesn't seem like it. It sounds to me like Sabra's still functioning and everything. Maybe I'm a little confused. How successful was it? Just because some stake was sold in it? I don't think that means it's dead or anything. What the fuck is AXA? Stop AXA assistance to Israeli. I don't know any of these boycotts. This one's just Russia boycott. To date, over 1,000 brands have curtailed to operations in Russia, from Airbnb to BlackRock and Sainsbury, following the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Called for an international boycott. Okay. They list Twitter boycott as successful. Twitter has lost half its advertising revenue since Musk takeover in 2022, with over 500 advertisers stopping spending on the platform. 2022, Coalition Stop Toxic Twitter, composed of around 60 orgs, wrote an open letter asking Twitter's top 20 to cease all advertising globally. While the platform failed to take the increase in harmful and inaccurate content seriously, for example by moderating more thoroughly to reduce the amount of these posts on the site, the Twitter's more popular now than it's ever been. Unfortunately, but that's the reality of it. I would hardly call that a successful boycott. What? Didn't the Bud Light boycott work? Good question. I mean, Bud Light's still doing really well. What kind of hit did they take from that? I think they're doing just fine still because, again, Bud Light is Anheuser-Busch, so you boycott Bud Light, and instead of buying Bud Light, you're just buying another Anheuser-Busch product. So, like, I think it all worked out to net neutral, would be my guess. But let's see. I'll take a peek. Let me take a little look-see. Jesus, this is a long, long, long write-up. I just want to see the aftermath. Okay, so from 2020, nope, this is still 2023 data. God damn it, man. I want to see up to 2025 at least. Do they not, like, report this shit anymore or something? Okay, here we go. Here's something. Overall market landscape for beer sales. It's experienced significant shifts and challenges. Overall sales dipping to their lowest in 24 years in 2023. That's overall beer. Decline largely attributed to changing consumer preferences, including the rise of hard seltzers and Mexican imports and growing sober curious movement. The market faces headwinds. Certain brands are demonstrating resilience and growth. Overall decline. Beer shipments were on track to fall below 200 million barrels in 2023, which hasn't been seen since 99. Year to date has declined more than 5%. What about, I'm looking for Bud Light specifically. Okay, here. Temporal patterns. Bud Light sales consistently down since April 2023. Weekly sales still down 30% compared to previous year, 2023. By February 2025, sales remained approximately 40% below pre-boycott levels. And that's all they have on Bud Light. So it seems like, yeah, it did take a hit. But I didn't realize the entire beer industry took such a massive hit. Overall representing a 4% drop. Gen Z is not drinking. That's what I keep hearing. Good for them. I think that's great. Acting like you never did. Vape? I vaped one time in my life and it was for the video for vape trick shots where I'd blow it through like a fucking fleshlight and shit. I've always hated vaping. When I was in college, like, hitting like weed pens occasionally. But I was never a big vape guy. The Pinjamin doesn't count. That's what they all say. Lots of people have started smoking cigarettes to cut the vaping. That sounds like a joke. I'm not sure if you're serious or not, but that's a fucking wild statement.